The 12 iconic Yoruba deities you need to know: thunder gods, river queens, and ancient heroes. The Yoruba ethnic groups, found primarily in the western bank of the Niger River, West Africa, are known for having a very rich and diverse array of deities, known as Orishas, that they believe help steer the affairs of not just the individual but the broader society as a whole. The Orishas, or Orisa, who could either be bad, Ajagun, or good, Igungan, are often represented as natural forces or everyday human endeavors. So, for example, the Orisha Augun is the Yoruba god of war and of iron, and some inhabitants of the Yorubaland even believe that Augun is also the patron divinity of truck drivers. Then there is the Orisha Ibeji, who in the Yoruba pantheon is the god of twins. The closest equivalent of the goddess Venus Aphrodite in the Yoruba religion is the Orisha called Oshun, the feminine goddess of beauty, gracefulness, and fertility. Below World History Edu delves right into the origin stories, powers, symbols, and worship of the 12 most famous Yoruba gods and goddesses. Number 1. Olorun, Oluoran. Olorun is revered as the chief god of the Yoruba pantheon. The supreme ruler of the heavens, Olorun permeates everything that there is or will ever be in the universe. He is the proprietor of the source of all creation, virtue, and knowledge in the universe. In Yoruba, his name evokes a meaning of ownership or rulership, and to many devotees of the Yoruba religion, Olorun the Almighty is seen as the All-Father, omnipotent, and omnipresent God. Olorun, Oluoran. Olorun is revered as the chief god of the Yoruba pantheon. The supreme ruler of the heavens, Olorun permeates everything that there is or will ever be in the universe. He is the proprietor of the source of all creation, virtue, and knowledge in the universe. In Yoruba, his name evokes a meaning of ownership or rulership, and to many devotees of the Yoruba religion, Olorun the Almighty is seen as the All-Father, omnipotent, and omnipresent God. Number 2. Adajua. Adajua is believed to be the divine king in the Yoruba religion. He holds the title of the first Uni of Ile-Ife in Ife, the Yoruba holy city located in Osun State in southwestern Nigeria. The Yorubas regard Adajua as the first ruler of a unified Ife. Thus many of his descendants went on to become deities and kings in their own rights. Also known as Uduwa or Ojwa, this Orisha has been described as the leader and father of the Yoruba race. As a warrior, he vanquished forces that sought to harm the people of Ife. After he died, he became a prominent and feared deity of the Yoruba people, who describe him as an omnipotent being and the creator of the physical reality. Number 3. Augun. Also known as Ogum or Ogun, the Yoruba god Augun was the next Uni of Ife after the passing of Adajua. An astute warrior deity, Augun was also known for his metal work. In addition to being the patron deity of blacksmiths, Augun is the deity of hunters and truck drivers. The latter carry amulets of Augun that they believe can save them from road accidents. In some traditional courts in Yorubaland, people kiss a piece of iron in the name of Augun when giving testimonies. Some of Augun's most common symbols are dog, iron, and palm frond branch. His altars often contain many objects made of iron. Regarded as sometimes aggressive and straightforward, Augun's most sacred animals are splitting cobra or the black snake. Some of the items used during rituals and festivals in honor of Augun are alligator pepper, cola nuts and palm wine, mole rats, roosters, salt, snails, and yams. The Yoruba people believe that Augun only accepts male animals as sacrifice. Therefore, it was not uncommon for animals such as ox, billy goat, rooster, and red snakes to be sacrificed in his honor. In his role as the god of mythology, Augun can be seen as the ancient Greek equivalent of Hephaestus, the ancient Greek god of fire and forges. Number 3. Aganju. To the Yoruba people, the Orisha Aganju was either the father of Shango or his brother. Aganju was the ruler of the ancient Oyo Empire before he went on to become a deity in the Yoruba pantheon. It is believed that his sword had the ability to shoot out fire. In some cases, Aganju was seen as the manifestation of the Orisha Shango, making him Zango Aganju. And similar to Shango, Aganju was also noted for his explosive behaviors and lack of self-control. Number 4. Ajaka. To many devotees of Yoruba religion, the Orisha Ajaka is seen as a deity of peace. During his reign over the land of Ife, he was depicted as a weak ruler relative to his war-loving brother Shango. As a result, Ajaka was deposed and his brother Shango installed as the ruler. Ajaka would later have a second stint on the throne following the death of Shango. It was during his second reign that he began to assert his authority, turning into a war-loving deity. Number 5. Shango. The Orisha of thunder, lightning, and justice in Yoruba religion is called Shango or Chango. To some African religions in Latin America, Shango is also called Zango or Chango. Prior to his elevation to a deity, Shango was a mortal ruler famously known as the third Ile-Ife, emperor of the medieval Oyo Empire, present-day Oyo people of West Africa. His two predecessors were fellow Orishas Oranmiyan and Ajaka. As a king, Shango's Yoruba kingdom stretched from places in present-day Benin Republic to western Nigeria. The Ile-Ife was the head of one of the largest Yoruba states. In Shango's case, he was considered the grandson of the Orisha Adujua in Yoruba mythology. After his death, he was deified as an Orisha. Some examples of his manifestations are Era, Agodo, Afonja, Obamin, and Lube. As an Orisha, Shango's go-to weapon was his powerful axe, which he used to bring prosperity and wealth to the Oyo people, making them a force to be reckoned with in the region. Shango's wives are the Orishas Oshan, Eb. Number 6. Ayangalu. Ayangalu is revered as the first drummer to emerge from the Yoruba land. He was such an amazing drummer that upon his death, the Yoruba people began deifying him. As the patron spirit of all drummers, Ayangalu benevolently gives those that he deems worthy world-class skills in drum playing. In Yoruba language, the word Ayan translates into drummer. Number 7. Erinli. Erinli attained the status of an Orisha because of the sheer amount of good deeds he did for his people. A mighty hunter and warrior, Erinli protected his people from a Fulani invasion. He was also renowned for his prowess in the art herbal medicine and farming. The Yoruba people believe that Erinli did not die. Instead, he disappeared into the earth and became a river. Over time, his cult began to spring up in so many towns in Yorubaland. The river that Erinli turned into came to be known as the Erinli River, which is an important tributary of the Oshan River. His name when broken up means elephant, Erin, and house or earth, Isle. Number 8. Oshan. In the Yoruba pantheon of gods, Oshan, also known as Un, is the goddess of fertility, beauty, love, and divinity. In the simplest of terms, Oshan is the equivalent of Venus and Aphrodite in the Roman and Greek pantheons respectively. According to some myths, Oshan is the only Orisha allowed to communicate directly with the supreme being Oluran, or Olujuma. Often depicted as a peacock, Oshan is also known for her abilities in predicting the destinies of people. In her mortal form, Oshan was the consort of Shango, the god-king of Oyo. The Osun River, a very important river in Yorubaland in southwestern Nigeria, is often associated with the Orisha Oshan. The inhabitants of that region believe that Oshan uses the Osun River to fertilize land, thereby making her a fertility deity. According to the myth, Oshan is believed to have transformed into the river following a very tragic event that she went through. As a result, the Yor. Number 9. Oba. Oba is the Orisha of the river Oba, one of the main tributaries of the Osun River. Located in Oyo and Osun states, the Oba River was named after the Orisha Oba, who is one of the wives of Shango, the Yoruba god of thunder. In one of the myths, Oshan tricked Oba to cut off her ear and add it to Shango's food. Oba was hoping that by doing so she could gain more favor from Shango. Upon seeing the ear in his food, Shango went completely furious and screamed. Both Oshan and Oba then fled the palace before turning into their respective rivers, River Oshan and River Oba. Oba is commonly worshipped in the town of Ogbomosho in Oyo State, southwestern Nigeria. Her Orisha color is purple or the rainbow, a symbol of fertility and beauty. Some of her symbols include lightning, the sword machete, and the water buffalo. Number 10. Oranmila. In the Yoruba pantheon of gods, Oranmila is known as the Orisha of wisdom, knowledge, and divination. His knowledge and understanding of the human life and the entire creation process is unrivaled, except by the supreme being Oluran. The Yoruba people believe that Oranmila was present at the beginning of time, making him a primordial iron mole. After creation of the earth and human beings, Oranmila became the chief priest of Ile-Ife. In that role, he trained many of his disciples to become priests, Babalawo, and priestesses, Ile-Ife, of Ile-Ife. He tutored them in spiritual knowledge and ethics, enabling the priestesses and priests of Ile-Ife to properly guide the people towards a path free of the wrath of the gods and other bad spirits, Ajagun. Orunmila is also a revered healer. He is the Orisha Yoruba people beseech for solutions to their problems. Some examples of Orunmila's epithets are Igbokeji Olujima, the second in command to Olodumare, and Ile-Ife, the witness of fate. Number 11. Obatala. Known in Yoruba religion as the Sky Father, the Orisha Obatala was the deity who created human beings, after which the breath of Olujima was infused with the body. Obatala is generally seen as the father of all the Orishas. According to some versions of the myths, Obatala was ordered by Olujima to create land upon the water beneath the sky. Owing to a heavy dose of alcohol that he took on that day, Obatala was unable to perform the task assigned to him. The task of creating land on the primordial ocean then fell to the Orisha called Adujua. Obatala's efforts were also crucial in setting up the first Yoruba city called Ife. He thus became the first mortal king of Ife. However, he would later lose his throne to Adujua. The loss of his throne is reenacted every year in a festival called Itepa in Ife. During the festival, Obatala is generally depicted as a dying and rising god. On the seventh day of the festival, it is believed that Obatala leaves his temple and spends the following day in his grove. On the ninth day, Obatala returns with a huge procession to his temple in Ife, at which point sacrifices and prayers are offered to him. Some of his most preferred animal sacrifices are white hen, pigeon, snail, and guinea. Woe to anyone who presents him with a sacrifice that contains alcohol or crab, as he strictly forbids those kinds of offerings. Owing to his color being white, the Orisha Obatala prefers offerings that are in white, such as white rice, cream, white bread, and milk. This explains why he is always depicted in white clothes with a staff called Opaxoro. The Orisha Yamu is often seen as Obatala's spouse. The dove is his most sacred symbol. Obatala is often regarded as one of the oldest Orishas and the shaper of human beings. In some versions of the myth, he serves as Olajume's representative on earth. Origin and significance of the Orishas. The Orishas are the manifestations of the supreme god Oluran. They are spirits sent down to our world by Olajume, a manifestation of Oluran, to offer guidance to all of his creation and the human race in general. They teach and guide humans on how to live a healthy and successful life. The Yoruba Orishas are often categorized based on their colors. For example, the Orishas that have white as their color are often calm, gentle, and level-headed. However, Orishas that have red or black as their color act in a bold, assertive, and sometimes outrightly aggressive manner. Orishas also have favorite foods and objects. For example, the Orisha Obatala hates offerings that have spices in them. Many of the Orishas started off as mortal humans and then became deities upon their deaths. This elevation in status came as a result of the important things that they achieved during their time on Earth. Therefore, it was not uncommon for renowned ancestors, kings, warriors, and clan leaders to be deified in the Yoruba pantheon. The exact number of Orishas in the Yoruba pantheon is unknown. Some Yoruba people believe that there are as many Orishas as one can possibly think of, plus one more. Interesting facts about the Yoruba Orishas. When all hope is lost, or when the other Orishas seem incapable of fixing a situation, it is not uncommon for the Yorubas to beseech the supreme deity, Oluran, who they believe is not bound by time or space. Even though Oluran is seen as an aloof god, the Yoruba people believe that he is the deity that keeps watch over everyone, including the numerous Orishas, at night. Ife is the term the Yoruba people give to the name of their religion and belief system. It is also believed that the Orisha Orunmila was the one who revealed this belief system to the Yoruba. The Yoruba land comprises areas mainly in present-day southwestern Nigeria, specifically in Nigerian states such as Osun, Ondo, Ekiti, Kwara, Lagos, Oyo, Ogun, and